foam goes down, that's when you drop your garlic and your shallots. Cooling the pan a little bit on the concrete. See, it's starting to disappear. Where they have proper facilities to rinse the rice, so there's a little bit extra water. So this is what I've got set up. I'm using myself and my backpack. It's sort of a wind walk. And I have my other phone recording on this tripod tied to this trash can because this shitty tripod has little tiny legs, and if your phone's at an angle, it won't hold it up without falling over, even if there is no wind. Alright, so first, when you rinse your rice, you want to do it properly so there's not extra water in there, but I've got that out now. Mostly now all I'm doing is not really even kind of brownish, just trying to do this until I get a little bit of a nutty smell out of that rice, which is right about now. Yours, if you do it right, it won't be quite as moist as this at this point. It's still toasting a little bit, which is all I need. You add your chicken broth. Chicken broth makes it a lot better than water. Also, I don't know that this sunflower stove actually will work that well, but we'll see if it'll actually bring this to a boil for me. This is also a point where you add your herbs. I have a mixture of parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme, just like the song Scarborough Fair. And I have it pretty parsley heavy, then sage, then rosemary, then thyme, and then a little bit of poultry seasoning, which has a little more thyme in it, and a couple other things. So these are all dried herbs for this particular thing instead of fresh herbs. I sometimes use fresh herbs and it's fine. Hope it comes to a boil fairly quickly. The stove's at full blast right now, so we'll see. Okay, so I like to take this to a hard boil and then cut it back to simmer, but I don't think this Magnolia stove is even going to take this to a hard boil in this wind. So to about at simmer now. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. I think that's as close to a boil as we're going to get. But I'm going to turn it down a little anyway. Okay, so I added some frozen peas and some, I actually just bought some, the store I shop at, they tear rotisserie chickens up and sell the meat. And so I just bought some white meat rotisserie chicken to throw in there instead of cooking my own. And it was delicious. Even though I did the browning wrong on the rice, I usually rinse it with a colander, but I don't have a colander right now, so I rinsed it wrong and I left too much water in there. So you notice I had to dry up some of that water before I could actually toast that rice just a little bit. And I was kind of worried about it, but it came out just fine. It came out with a nice toasty flavor, and the rice came out perfect. So happy about that. And I also, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I use 1/2 jasmine rice and 1/2 long grain white rice. It's just my preference. It doesn't matter what you use, of course. Anyway, so it came out pretty good.